Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a very untraditional type of review for Miss Marvel. Let's get started. How do you do, G-Pod crew? It's your Nutty Buddy here, and today we're going to be talking about Miss Marvel Episode 5. I don't have a name yet. Yes, I don't have a name yet, and the reason is because these episodes are quite long. They're an hour apiece. I want to get through the review quickly because I do have prior engagements, and honestly, I'm going to be very upfront with you. Episode 1 through 4 has been very lackluster in my eyes. If you're a big Miss Marvel fan, I'm happy for you. I want this to be good, and the girl that plays Kamala Khan is probably the only good highlight of the show. But the show itself is dragging. But episode 5, I haven't seen yet, and I'm literally going to let my future self quickly summarize any Easter eggs, breakdowns, or just his full-fledged opinion on the, the current episode 5. So, future me, take it away. Thank you, past self. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go through a few of the things real quick. First off, you'll notice that they receive... at the end, the Kamala's mom and grandmom get a something that falls off her body. That is the traditional bolt that you see right there. That is the traditional bolt that you see Kamala Khan as Miss Marvel wear on the front of her outfit. So if you look on the cover here, you'll notice that there's a bolt on her chest or her whole outfit. That is actually what that is representing there when they come up to the charm. Then you notice that at the end here they even show it. Cameron has powers. Cameron is actually a character in the comic book, which again, this is new to me, but I did some research prior to this, and when I saw that he was in this show, I realized that he was going to be a part of this. So he does have Terrigenesis, after his Terrigenesis, but he does have special abilities to use something called bioluminescence. His entire body emits a glowing bluish white energy, and then biokinetic charges uses stored energy with his body. So basically, he restores energy, kind of like Black Panther, when his outfit stores energy and then blows it back. But instead, it's kind of like he kinetics energy, and then does more like Gambit from X-Men, and is able to throw it into an object, as you see here. So chakra transferring the shock, or by transferring the energy into an object, causing it to glow, then explode. And that's who he ends up becoming. So he actually did end up getting his power through that transfer. Now, of course, through this whole episode, we do see that Aisha and Aisha's story about how she gets linked, and of course, Kamala was the one. So apparently, Kamala through the bracelet can also time travel. I don't know. It's a bit of an odd situation, to say the least, but we do at least see Cameron's transformation right here. And, of course, we do see what ends up being the situation. Now, Bruno is exactly how Bruno is in the comic books, based on the research I found, and everything else as far as that. So it's pretty simple. I mean, here's my thing. This was a quick episode. I kind of needed it to be a quick episode. I'm glad it was a quick episode. But, nonetheless, wasn't that entertaining. And, I mean, I thought to myself, well, maybe... it's because I'm in a hurry, I have other things, but the story being pushed way too fast. I mean, the Red Daggers are a group of people I thought would be really cool. And then the Clandestines, I feel like they literally just threw it away as a storyline for the series, and now we don't have nothing else left of them. It's so weird, because Adam's still alive, I guess. So maybe Adam will lead now the Clandestines, though it's going to be quite different than it was in the comic book. And, of course, that's something I'm more familiar with than I would say the Miss Marvel core. So we only have one more episode of Miss Marvel, and whether or not it's, gonna stand up to its final setup, because now where do we go from this next? What's the situation here in the final episode? Based on images I saw online, I thought maybe she's finally going to meet Captain Marvel in the last episode, which is going to be next Wednesday. So stay tuned, guys. Make sure you're subscribed. But as far as what's happened to these people, they're dead. There's nothing I can say more. They did not transfer, and you do see that they did do the inhuman body thing. So when she and actually like crystallizes, if you remember from the Agents of Shield storyline, Inhumans would basically crystallize like that, and then all of a sudden they would basically come out of that crystallization and then get their powers. That's not what happened here. They literally turned to bone. So I don't know if that was a direct connection to Inhumans or not, but it does bear repeating whether or not it is. And the part I'm referring to is this part where where she's like Rocky looking, but they end up dying because they just have skulls left. So I don't foresee them actually coming back, which is a pity. But they're not really genuinely major characters in the comic world. There are a lot of characters that are not genuinely major characters in the comic world. But I told you guys I was gonna make this brief as I can. Next week should be more in depth when it comes to my review, and it's a season finale anyway. So I think it has a lot to do, or has a lot to bring to the table. But with that, I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit that sub. Make sure you hit the like. Thor Ragnarok, that's the big thing. I'm sorry, Thor Ragnarok. Thor Love and Thunder, that's the big deal. That comes out tomorrow. I'll be doing my review. Be ready for that. That's going to be major. And then, of course, Harley Quinn at the end of this month. And then a few other things that are coming up that I can't think of right now. As far as series-wise. Star Wars is next. And then, of course, anyway, I'm blabbing on. And I do apologize for that. But hopefully you guys like this quick breakdown. Not much really we can go into outside of the small powers and those little things I brought to you guys. But I appreciate you guys watching. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday for Miss Marvel Episode 6, the final episode. And as always, I'm Putty with the G-Plot crew. And you know what we do. Miss Marvel reviews and other stuff for you. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Peace.